Hello, Soul Path travelers. Welcome to those of you who have been guided here. And I say Soul Path travelers because on the Soul Path we incarnate, just like traveling, to have a lot of different experiences for the soul's growth, integration of new energies to bring out from the soul design, as well as just to express as a soul being, or being with the soul, right? Spiritual energy. The soul is the design, it's the blueprint. It's our uniqueness. So, thank you all for your wonderful comments and feedback. And I know my last reading was really long because I was trying something out. And I intend to get these out weekly. I know I've skipped a week because I was traveling. And I actually did record one while I was traveling, but it didn't turn out as well. So I've really been guided to tune in on your soul path, aligning to your soul via your higher self. A lot of people have been asking, especially with a lot of the changes that are going on, where am I going? What am I doing? A lot of you have awakened to a level where you don't want to live the life or lifestyle that you were living before. And you want to know, can you make it in the world, financially, with your gifts, your soul gifts. So we're going to be looking at career, finances, your soul path, you as an individual soul, and what you're drawing in at this time. Doing it right around the eclipses. What I will say about the eclipses, because there's a lot of people talking about it. I'm going to be talking about it on my podcast today, Awakenings with Michelle Mache. You can listen live at Blog Talk Radio or blogtalk.com/awakenings. The archives are on iTunes, Player FM, and other outlets. Actually, today we're going to have an amazing spiritual astrologer, Robert Wilkinson, on, and he's going to dive into the eclipse and what we're getting set up for, as well as the retrogrades, Mars and Mercury that's coming up. And he has his blog is AquariusPapers.com. Now, I'm shuffling while I'm talking. I'm not going to do a long intro on this one. I really want to get to each pick a card. You know why Yoshi loves to start barking when I'm doing readings. She feels the energy because I shuffle. I like using my older decks because these are tens of thousands of readings and different people handling these. There's very charged cards. So anyway, if you want to check that out, Awakenings today, what I can say, I see a lot of people freaking out about the eclipses and not really understanding them. People would say, oh, something's going to be leaving or taken away. It simply eclipses something, okay? Something is hidden. Just like when the eclipse happens, the sun doesn't disappear or the moon doesn't disappear. And whatever seems to be leaving really is transmuting or transforming into a different shape and form. And why I'm doing the reading today around the eclipse is to harness and connect into that energy. Is that, okay, we're going to get back to that, I just want to shuffle. Is that this is what needs to, like a sundial, like the dial turns, right? Maybe it's pointing this way. It's pointing at 32 degrees and it shifts and now it's at 31, or it was at 32 and it now goes to 35, right? So whatever is being eclipsed, whether shadowed or held back or leaving, comes into a better form, a more life-enhancing form that supports your soul's unfolding, your soul's expression, and for you to have more soul experience. So it does bring changes. Of course, look for where you have, for sure, Cancer and Capricorn in your chart, what house. That's going to be the area that it's affected. But it will also affect the other aspects, obviously, soft and hard aspects as well. But it really does play on that polarity of energy of something. The solar is a little bit lighter because it has to do with you as a soul being, as your personality and your expression, and your personality. the lunar has a lot to do with the emotional aspect of your being. So things that are, but it can bring in, I've seen eclipses bring in some amazing opportunities and gifts for people, relationships, new pathways in career. So it can be quite amazing. So I just, I look at it from the spiritual and soul perspective, even beyond the astrology. There's so much happening. But the bottom line is 2018 is more about recognizing yourself as a soul and letting your soul come into the personality more and live from that and live from the soul. Okay, so this is going to be pick a card. I am going to timestamp it. So let me see how many. Okay, we got to get the message for 3. So I'm going to ground it with the Though deck. And again, if you're coming here, if you find yourself here, this message is for you in regards to your soul's purpose, your soul's gifts. And look at that, we've got cooperation. So I always look at the bottom cards, because at the bottom of the deck, because that shows what's anchoring the energy. And then we've got the Knight of Swords here. So for some of you, there has been a lot of change. Let's see what's going on here. What's at the bottom? I'm already getting that. Okay. Actually, we're just going to do 2 piles, I guess. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, let's ground it. Sorry, I'm already starting to get messages, so I'm gonna. Okay, hope you can see this. Yeah. Okay. Now, 2018 is a lot about clearing the house, taking responsibility for where you are in your life, and releasing responsibilities that aren't yours, right? Okay, so we're going to keep it kind of simple. And it's also, okay, so 3 of Wands here. Okay, so this, again, this is telling me it can be a relationship, but it is about coming together with people, new projects. Some of you are going to be more project-based. And the other side is the 8 of Swords. And so some of you do have indecision about which direction to take. That's why you're coming to the channel right now. Right? Okay. So we're going to have pile number 1, or stack number 1, or soul story. I like to call it soul story. Number 1, number 2, and number 2. Okay, so whichever one you're drawn to. And then I'm also going to use, let's see what you get here. 2 stones, let's see which calls you. And so let's just take a breath and release. Take another deep breath in and release. And take another deep breath in and release. And now you're going to take another deep breath in, and you're going to bring your attention and focus to the crown chakra, right there at the top of the head. And then you're going to take another deep breath in, and you're going to bring your attention and focus about 1 foot to 2 feet above the crown chakra, above the top of the head. Keep extending and expanding your attention and focus, your inner gaze, another foot, 2 feet, 3 feet, 6 feet above. There you go. So you're really connecting into the subtle energy, and through the subtle energy, connecting into source energies, recognizing your interconnectedness to everything and everyone. Go ahead and extend a little further. Some of you may see the light. You might see a light, white light, or silver cord. Extend further up. And there's a natural pause point there, and take a couple deep breaths in and out. Just very natural. You're just extending the breath, extending that life force energy in through you. And now you're going to bring your attention and focus into that heart-lung area, right there in between the in-breath and out-breath, and center there. That's the seat of the soul. Okay. So I like to read these at the end. So notice which one you're choosing. both green. But see which one, the first one that is drawn to you. Some of you may want to listen to both readings. That's fine. There might be a little bit of both applying to you. Okay, so we're going to look at where you're at now. Okay, so some of you, okay, the waiting. Look at this as the this is going to be the base of the situation. These are the qualifiers, or past, present, and future. This is what also needs to be integrated. Also body, mind, spirit. We're going to look at that, but let's start with the beginning, the center point. What I get with this one, the soul story, this one, is where you're finding yourself right now is in a place of building back up or having to wait. And you've been doing a lot of deep inner work, healing work. We've got the King of Cups here. Now, again, of course, this could be an actual person. It could be you, whether male or female. It's the masculine energy, but with water, okay? Counterpart to the Queen of Cups. It's also talking about being more compassionate and gentle with yourself, and that what I hear with this soul story here is that you're still healing, but that you also need, and I said this at the beginning, the video, that it's time for new dreams. Okay, 2018 brings, it's time for new dreams that are coming from a soul level. So I want to say, with all this blue here, which has to do with the emotional body, but also bringing peace in, is that you're coming out of the difficult time, and that it's time for you to dream new dreams, even though you're having to wait. Okay, for some of you, and I'll look at it further when we pull it, when I turn over all the rest of the cards. But this does not mean failure. It means that right now you need to refine. This reading is good anytime, but the basis I'm feeling really is July and August. And so you're in a prep phase, okay? You're preparing. Some of you are actually leaving a current job or current situation, but you're not sure when and where. You're planning that. The other thing that I want to say is this is the card of the healer, of the light worker. This is the card. Some of you, I feel, might actually be in the healing professions. Maybe even doctor or nurse. I'm also feeling a nurse, and you're wanting to bring in more alternative medicine or holistic medicine with some of your patients, like Reiki. Some of you, I feel, are working with heart issues, and it is about opening up to the emotional aspect. But again, this is the prep, this is the planning. So let's look at the basis of this. Okay. So the basis of this is negative expectations. There's been a sense perhaps of defeat or past woundings, and that's again what this is about, the healing. So what I want to say to you, the first soul story, is that your past does not determine your future at this point. I feel in the past maybe you didn't prepare, or if you did prepare, for some of you, the outcome that you wanted didn't happen. And so now you feel like you have to go back to the drawing board. I don't know where this is coming. You have to go back to the drawing board. And what I want you to do is to meditate more and vision more. Write out what it is that you want. Also, what I'm hearing is for you to do a gratitude list, and also look back at your life and see what you do know now and what you do have. Some of you are waiting on decisions from others, having to do with finance. Some of you, I do feel there has been either a loss of job, and that's got you down. Some of you, it is also about having an online business, starting or reaching out online, like you're watching these videos. That's really good. Getting your insight, your inspiration, knowing that there is support out there. But the basis for you right now that you're dealing with is negativity, despondency, is your mind going into doubt that you cannot have what it is that you want. This is what this is about. And let's see what's caused this. Let's look in the past here. Okay, what I clearly hear is that I didn't get what I wanted. You got something. You're coming from a place, some of you are really coming from a place of abundance, or you have a lot, but you're seeing that it isn't really what it is that you ultimately want. Let's go further here. It's coming up from above. Okay, so insight changes, and let's look at this. Okay, so it is an issue. Whatever this soul story is, you're going to be dealing with this. So some of you, I do feel that you did have what you wanted, and it's you need to either update it, up level it, or it's been taken away. And so this has got you really in a funk, which I get it. I would I would be too. But what I am hearing to say on this is that it is about trusting more, and I want you to ask yourself, what one action can I do that moves me towards what I want? And that action may even be just telling someone, look, I want to go back to this. I want to have this um, abundance. I want to thrive again. I want to have that career that I had again, or that job. Now, again, let's look at the energy with the eclipse, because these eclipses this year, these last remaining eclipses, are bringing what really the bigger picture of next year, the turning points at the end of this year. Some of you are going to know a lot September, more of you October, November. But I think the next eclipse we have after this year, well, I think there's one in January, as a matter of fact. So it's really this new beginnings. We're coming out of this 11-2 cycle this year as a collective. And next year it's about, okay, you've got to have new ways of sharing your gifts, new ways of monetizing, okay, new ways of experiencing and expressing yourself. So some of you have an idea already of what it is you want to do. And some of you, I'm hearing artists, you want to do your art, but you also want an exchange for it. The other thing I'm seeing here is some of you really need to branch out to different environments, different people, maybe work a little more on a group level or project based. Some of you, I'm hearing it's writing. I'm definitely hearing that it has a lot to do with creativity and not wanting to compromise so much of yourself, okay? And so for some of you, there was a time when you didn't have to compromise as much, or you felt you were compromising your integrity. So compromise can be good if it's give and take, but not compromising our integrity or our truth. Some of you, I do feel, are leaving larger corporations or systems, perhaps teaching, whether in a university, more formal setting. I'm actually getting some lawyers listening to this also that want to do advocacy work or want to branch out and work on their own. So this soul story is the path of, can I bring back what I had, or some version of that? Whether it's the dream or the vision or the actual job or working situation. And I would say yes, and that is going to be coming. There's insight on that, there's movement. Some of you are actually, I feel, are interviewing. Some of you are starting up something new, is what I'm hearing, or you're deciding to work more on your own. For some reason, I'm getting a lot of health and healing professions here. Well, we'll know more, but it's saying to trust that you will be successful. You will get the job, but the biggest thing right now is in between your doubt, because it's taking too long, you think, and you're bouncing back to negative expectations, doubting, I can't quite get this. So let's look. Okay, now we've got the King of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So there is an offer. So there is work. Now, what's interesting, that King of Swords, it's a good balance for who you are right now. What you need to tap into is working with your mindset, okay? Working with the mental realm of you, the mental plane. Working with your thoughts to do pattern interrupts. One of the things I can suggest to you is when you're thinking negatively or having doubt, is just pause and think of something that you have done or that you've accomplished that you're grateful for, or some accomplishment, or new insight or wisdom that you have. You've got to interrupt this loop, because this is what's been happening. Subconsciously, you've got the doubt that creeps up. And then I also feel you've been attracting people that are feeding into this fear and doubt. You know, Five of Swords is also fear. It's fear of loss, fear of not having, not getting what one has been putting together. So you're bouncing from, oh my God, it's taking too long, it's never going to happen, I'm a failure, to the negative expectation, right? The working within the framework of the material plane, because that's what the Seven of Pentacles teaches us, that, you know, and also on the Tree of Life, the seven is the testing point. One of them, the ninth sphere is a strong foundation, but the seven has to do with our emotions. It corresponds to an emphasis on the etheric and the emotional, right? That's why you have Seven of Cups, right? The sevens have to do with, are you tapping into that dream? So after the Seven of Cups, you've dreamed something. Now maybe you've picked a few things, or you've picked something. But you have to remember, those of you especially that are light workers, or your star seeds, or your indigos, and you're going, I remember those days of quicker manifestation. Things are slowed down right now until the end of this month. Okay, so for some of you, things are going to move pretty quickly. And it may even be just dealing with this more. For some reason, I'm really feeling institutional systems, people really wanting to branch out on their own, whether completely or start something on their own. And so the message here from your soul is, yes, you can do that, but you need to work with the mental aspect of your being to believe that. And that's also going to take courage. Don't get in a fight about it with yourself, but it does require courage and stamina. And look, we have the two sevens, the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. So again, it's having that stamina. This is the time to perhaps have a mind mastery group, or talk to a friend. You know, we're going to do this. What are your goals? You know, let's help each other. Let's support each other. But here's the thing. This is the other thing. This soul story, because the Knight of Cups, it can be a relationship coming in. It can be offer of work, marriage, commencement into new life. But on a deeper level, or more expanded level, it speaks to your soul's path and getting more soul connections, moving out of linear time more into synchronistic timing, and being guided more by your soul. Okay, it's about connecting to community, about finding more people within your soul tribe. Some of you, I feel this is also about music or singing, and I feel there could be offers to actually perform. I'm not sure where that's but you're in the building phase, but it's not long, because you've got here victory, success. This is also about trust, though. Again, it's about trust in the path, trust in your divine path, trust in your unfolding. What I will say, though, is you've got to work with the negative expectations and the despondency. Usually this card signifies turning points, new directions. If I'm reading timing-wise, I would say in the autumn, in the fall, okay? Maybe late August. But some of you, it is going to be a lot quicker, okay? The harvest is coming in, the payoff is there. And so the answer is yes. Take July to clarify, but look for that opening. Now let's see what this says. Oh my God, this just confirms. It says let go and let God. So here's the deal, and the Knight of Wands, when you have that wand energy, it's spiritual, it connotates spirit, it's all spirit, but the energy of spirit, inspiration. So some of what I'm getting with this, it's a timing issue. And also you've got to wait for the openings, or you can create some openings. It's saying you're doing everything that you need to do, but you have to let God handle the rest, however you determine that, your higher self, spiritual aspect of your being, the universe. It's got you. It's going to happen. Whatever it is that you're wanting to come through, that shift, that new job, that new community, that new group, that career, integrating more of your spirituality, your creativity, which is your soul. Our soul is, you know, is is the aspect that expresses through our creativity. So it is going to happen, but there's a timing issue. And this is what I'm getting. Other pieces are having to be put into place. Some of you, it's actually going to be, there's a move. Some of you, it's going to be a job, change of job. Some of you, it's an actual change of career. Some of you, I feel you're keeping your career or your job, right? Your maybe corporate or your regular job, regular gig, but you're going to be adding more to it. And there's going to be people that are going to be helping you. So I feel collaboration here. Could be musical collaboration, singing and DJing, singing and dancing, acting. I feel that artistry, painting, writing. Some of you may be working with an editor. Some of you, I feel like it is, I keep hearing Reiki, energy work. I feel bringing that in. Some of you, I feel, are branching out and going into the direction of massage. Some of you, I do feel, feels like somebody could be working with money, but financially healing and working with money in a way of empowering themselves and empowering others. So in other words, if you are going to be doing financial planning for people, you're going to be bringing in the healing aspect. So the crux of this, the center point of this soul story is how can you integrate more of your spirituality in what you're doing, more of your healing, okay? How can you integrate more of that into your life and your lifestyle? And you are. Some of you are already doing it, but you're wondering, is this going to pay off? Can I do more with that? The answer is yes. But to some degree, there's a timing issue here. It's also saying that you're being guided and supported by spirit. There's a lot of guidance from the spiritual realm here for you. This is why you have to let go. Not of the dreams, not of the past, of what you want to bring back in, but you have to let go of the timing. Not even necessarily the outcome, it's the timing for you, because this is a timing card. This is wait and see, patience, okay? So what I want to say, those of you that landed here and are drawn to this, just because it's taking longer than what you thought doesn't mean that what you want is not going to be manifesting. Okay, I hope that's brought some insight and some awareness to you. For more insight and awareness, go to my podcast, Awakenings with Michelle Mache, or you can connect with me on Instagram and also soulplayground.life. Okay, I hope that's brought some clarity. And in fact, we're just going to pick another, and there we are, 3 of Cups. So yes, okay? Not only a celebratory time, but to me, again, if we're looking at timing, 3 days, 3 months, not 3 years with the Cups, 3 weeks. So you are going to be happy. A lot of you, there is, and again, this highlights to me, the 3 of Cups is highlighting the Knight of Cups. This is connecting with people that get you. This is moving out of, disrespectful situations or relationships, moving into people that honor you, not just tolerate you or respect you, but actually honor your gifts. So as you're more honoring your gifts and saying, I know what I want to bring this forward, these are my dreams, these are my visions, as you're connecting to that, some of you are already attracting it. Some of you, it's like you've been in the desert and you're like, oh my God, where are those, I call magical helpers, where are people part of my soul tribe, Where's the relationship? Where's the collaboration? I need help. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. And it's trusting. It does show affirmative. It does show that what it is that you want to accomplish and have happen will happen. So this is your soul's message saying, I hear you. I feel your pain. I feel that you're distraught. I feel that you're wondering, why is it taking so long? Am I on the wrong path? This is definitely those of you that have come to the soul story saying you're not on the wrong path. It's you're working with not just universal laws or laws of spirit, but spirit in material form, which means the earth plane. So it's like, we'd all like to look in the mirror and blink our eyes 3 times and, have amazing abs or whatever. Some of you may already have that, but anyway, you know what I mean. Just using that as an example. Or might be stuck in traffic and want to blink our eyes, 3 times or snap our fingers and be where we need to be, fly above the traffic. So what you're learning here is to hold on to your vision. That's what you hold on to. Hold on to your vision. Keep the vision. Keep envisioning it. Draw about it. Paint it. Write about it. Daydream with it. Hold on to the vision. You know the vision. That it's coming from a deep level. You have to have courage. Connect to your heart. This is about your heart's desire. Have the courage to go for it. The only thing that you're letting go of and letting God is the timing issue. And there's a universal timing here. My sense with some of you, what you want to do is fitting in with the collective timing. Some of you, I feel that it has to do with technology, some of the things that you're wanting to do. Some of you are waiting for finance to come in to help you, and so will. So the only thing you're letting go and letting God is the timing. It's the timing issue. Okay, let us get to the second soul story. Wow, okay. Wow, okay, this is also a lot of artists here. Okay, this is, someone has really, when you've come to this soul story, you've made some major decisions. And you're cutting through what no longer works. You've got the Empress here, and you've got, and this is definitely an earthy energy. I like Virgo, Taurus, can sometimes be Capricorn, but I really say, Virgo rules physical manifestation and abundance, and this is about living abundantly. But you're having to make some decisions, or the universe is making some decisions for you. Okay, here's what I'm hearing on a soul level, that some of the things in your life are being cut away. Some of it is also attitudes, beliefs for you. Definitely, I feel we're going to look further at this. I'm going to pull over some other cards because I feel this group has already, yeah, there you are. You've already been making decisions, but right now you're seeing more leaving, where this group is waiting for stuff to kind of build up and to happen. Okay, this group, this is a manifester. This group is manifesting. This soul is big on the manifestation. Okay, and you're living from this very abundant place. For some of you, it's financial abundance. Some of you, it's home, it's family. Some of you, it's just, hey, I'm a creative being, and I draw in what I need, what I want. Okay, so this could be also a woman in your life, or could be, if you're a woman, it could be you. And then I'm also hearing to say that if it's not necessarily gender specific, it's somebody that's very in touch with the creative aspect of being and home. Some of you are deciding am I going to move to a new home? And the answer is yes. I feel some might be relatively soon. Most of you, I feel it's going to be more in the winter months. So end of this year, beginning of next year. But you also have to learn to take a break. Not get bored. Some of you are a little bored. Like you're like, oh my God, so much is leaving. I've been making these heavy decisions and I need a break. Some of you are recognizing that you need a break. Some of you, I feel there's a level of boredom because some of the things that you have put into motion aren't yet quite where you want them to be. Okay, let's come back from what's the past. Ooh, a lot of disruption. Okay, some of you, I feel like you've left a job, you've left a relationship. You're definitely saying, I want more abundance in my life, or I'm living abundantly. This person or this situation is holding me back. Eminent. This group, I feel you've come out of deep inner change. You know, the tower, a lot of people, oh my God, what's the tower? A lot of times is psychological. This tells me that this soul story here, the soul beings that are connecting to this reading, you're coming out of a phase where you've done a lot of inner work. And your world, some of you, it has been health challenges, job challenges, career, relationship. But what I can tell you is you're coming out of it and you're making decisions not based on fear, like I don't want this to happen again, but based on now I know myself better. And this aspect of my being has to be, that Empress, this has to be more highlighted in my life. This is where I'm choosing to live. Okay? Well, this is beautiful, actually. Okay, so yes, you've gone through a lot of change. Some of you, some of you, I'm feeling like a lot was actually stripped from you. Some of you, it was some physical stuff, material, monetary changes. Some of you, the job just left. You know, I don't know if it was let go of, fired, downsizing. I am hearing that. But for some of you, I'm actually hearing it's been deep psychological change where you freed yourself up from rigid thinking or overly focusing only on the material or what you could see in your life. You're no longer living by analyzing, okay, by planning and plotting. You're tapping into universal source energies. Let's see what's coming from spirit. So you need to be using your dreams and you need to be accessing more of your subconscious energy. So this group, hypnotherapy, NLP, visioning, I always like to give the tools. Spirit always comes through. The oversouls and the spiritual hierarchy always come through and say, okay, you've got to let people know how to get where they're going or what they want. So it's not shadow, it's working with the subconscious realm, you know, as it could also be through the dreams. Something from the past that's been left behind is no more, but the energy of it is here, okay? Some of you, I feel, that are reading this, I hear back to school, and I hear kids are going to school, and so you're freed up. What are you going to do with that time? What are you going to now do? Some of you, I feel that's parts of you that have been dormant. This is what's coming in. This is the activation point. This is the spiritual nudge. Okay, so some of you may have looked around and said, ooh, I got to get out of it. I got to free up from this. And spirit, so, but it's decisions. You're making decisions based on your deepest desires is what I'm hearing. And where's this going? Okay, balancing the forces out. You've got the temperance here. And I'm hearing, don't be too analytical. Let your fulfillment come through your emotions. Where are your emotions leading you? Not emotionalism. Where's your passion? Where's your inspiration? Some of you lost your inspiration because you went through this and you know, shook you to your foundation. What I'm hearing for both, but especially this group, is a lot of your spiritual gifts have been expanded and you don't really know what to do. You are tapping more in to meditation. And some of you, it's freaking you out a little bit. You're like, is this me? How I'm living? I want to make changes. Okay, let's look at the 12 card. We got the 7 here. Oh my gosh, it kind of repeats. Okay. From the first reading, right? The 5 of Swords. See, and what did I say with the dreams here? So here it is highlighted again. It's okay to choose. So guess what, everyone? When you get the 7 of Cups, and people talk about, oh, you know, dreams or despondency or what you're learning to do is to choose. don't leave everything just up to chance or other people, or, oh, I guess I'm supposed to do this in my life because this is what door came open, or this opened. This is you're at the beginning or baby steps of the magician with this Ace of Swords, right? You're at the beginning of choosing the dreams that you want to fuel your life. Okay, so you need to right now, I would say, write it out. And some of you, I feel like it's, don't let the negative expectations get in the way, because here we are, past, present, and future. This is where you're going, right? So in this, body, mind, spirit. So the mind, again, both readings working on the mind. Okay, so the Five of Swords is working on the mental realm, that you can, like, you have all these choices. I don't know what to do, or there is no choice. This is the Four of Cups sometimes says, I don't want what's being given to me, or there is no choice. What you need to do is to follow the openings, follow what opens up for you. Some of you, I feel it is about a transitional job or transitional place, while you're deciding on what you want to focus on next. Some of you it's relationships, some of you it's monetary. That's what these cups say. But it doesn't mean you only get to pick one. That's where this is coming from. There's the lack, the rigidity that I can only have one thing. This is saying, no, you need a balance. You can choose a lot of things. You can have multiple choices. Which one comes through first, that will be different. But you really have to open up to that abundance that you really are, and believe again that you can have the career and the relationship. That you can do your art or sell your art, live more artistically. That you can use your soul gifts to not only receive fulfillment and appreciation, but money as well. Okay, so you need to learn that you can balance it all. Stop. You got to get out of your head. You got to get out of the negative expectation. I can't do this, or I'm so, some of you it's a bit overwhelmed, but you're not knowing which to choose. The way to know which to choose is to go inside. Okay? The moon is the area of the 12th house. It's rest, meditation. Again, hypnotherapy, NLP, working with things that give you the courage, and give you the belief that you can have what it is you want. So this is good, because this is the past. This is the choices. Some things were blocked. Some of you are not sure what to do. This is the present. And this is where you're going. It's transformation. So whether male or female, that Queen of Wands has tamed, and temperance is a taming also. Card of tempering. The test, to take the energy, to take the spiritual energy to create something, to manifest. The Queen of Wands is about total transformation, and with that transformation comes also the gift of compassion and strength. That's why the lion is there, lioness. So this tells me those of you that are looking for a move into a new venture, that you're definitely going to be doing that. And your soul is wanting you to know, look at this. Okay, they're wanting me to go back to this. The creating the lifestyle that you want through the work that you love doing. You want to connect more with your soul's purpose. Some of you, your soul's purpose is helping and guiding others. And you're definitely opening up more. Some of you, it's actual business. I'm getting a very strong business vibe here, or seeing yourself as a business person. Boss lady, boss man, the boss. I'm hearing of your own life and of your own destiny. That's what this is about. You're the master, you're the creator of your own destiny. You've got to make the choices that are right for you at this point. You've got to set yourself free. And in fact, you already are free. You've had you know, a letting go or moving through some things. It's right now just working with that mindset. But are you going to do it? Yes, because there's the Queen of Wands. And when you see that, that's always a success. I don't read reversals because I'm psychic and a channel. And so this just helps me connect into the energies and gives you all something to look at. I don't really need it because I'm channeling. And so what is this? Oh my gosh, I love it. Follow your heart. So how are you going to know what choices to make? How are you going to know what to decide? How are you going to know what to choose? Follow your heart. And you've cleared enough that it's not emotionalism. It's inspiration. It's coming from the deepest levels of your being. Like, this is what I want to do. This is what impassions me. This is where I need to go. Queen of Wands, okay? It's the spiritual energy. It's the passion, the joie de vivre, right? It's the inspiration, inspirar. It's where what's going to help you is to follow your heart. Drop into the heart. If you feel the decisions that you're making, if you're feeling the decisions that you're making are bringing, oh my God, that sounds good. If you feel your chest going back slightly and your heart opening more, they're the right decisions for you. So this group, there is a lot of decisions that you're having to make, like prioritize is what I'm hearing. But the key is to follow your heart. And let's look at a clarifier and look at this. Okay, what's going to happen from that? You've got the sun, and that also corresponds to the wand energy, that Queen of Wands. You're gonna live. You're gonna have that. You're gonna have it all. You're gonna have it in order. You're gonna have that relationship. That's part of the gift. You're gonna be connecting more to your creativity. You're gonna be shining. It's also inner child, and so that could be where some of this negativity is coming from. That could be why, on a subconscious level, Spirit is saying, you've got to, two things. Focus on what blocks you, what are the negative programming from childhood, but also connecting more to your inner child, because the inner child is the part of us that takes the risk, takes the chance. Okay, so, believing and doing it, opening up to the light. The sun is about the light. And so this tells me this soul story is about shining your own light, recognizing your soul's gifts, that you are on a soul journey, you're on a soul path. And now you want to make the choices, right? You're choosing what highlights your soul, right? The sun, 5th house, Leo, shine. For some of you, it's literally creativity. So if that is if your creativity, if your creative expression, whether an artist or adapting what you're doing into a more artistic way, that more of your uniqueness is coming through in your job, your career, this says follow your heart. Okay, and that abundance that you want, that you are, will be there. Okay, the Empress has enough of everything. It's an abundance. So that's whatever you're asking for, whether it's relationship, job, career, connecting more to your soul's purpose, being in a different house. Empress, yes, the answer is yes. But how will you get there? By following your heart. Okay, that's what I feel this shakeup was about. You were too stuck in the mental realm, in logic and reason, and trying to analyze and strategize to get things done. This is saying connect to your spiritual energy, your energy in motion, not emotionalism, but passion. Where is your heart opening up? What is your heart saying? Accessing the heart, getting to the heart of the matter. What matters to you? So this soul story is about moving in the direction of what most matters to you, whether it's choosing a relationship. Again, this is about choices. It's got to come from the heart now. Whether a career, a job, it's like, do I really want this? Am I going to thrive there? Does my heart tingle? Like, oh, I want to work with these people, or I want to learn from these people, or I want to do this project. Okay, so you're having to leave some things in the past behind, people, but other perhaps jobs, careers, to go in this new direction. But the key is to follow your heart. That's going to connect you to your soul to let you shine. All right, I hope this has brought some insight for you and some clarification. Again, always so wonderful to connect with you. And if you want more insight or information, you can go to Awakenings with Michelle Mache on iTunes, or actually every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Pacific time. We are live, and if you're listening to this now, today, we have Robert Wilkinson on, spiritual astrologer and metaphysician, founder of AquariusPapers.com. And you can also go to soulplayground.com and connect with me on Instagram and Facebook. Love to connect with you. And please share the video if you feel a resonance. Share it, like, and also your comments are really appreciated. And let me know if you have any questions that you'd like me to tune in with the guides and oversouls to answer for you. All right, everyone, peace, love, and soul light.